Hey Crusaders, now as you can probably tell I am having a few technical difficulties at the moment. I did film my January reads and then the footage completely corrupted. It was out of sync, it cut off halfway through and I had to film the end about 3 times and it was just absolutely no good. So I am filming this on my webcam right now. My phone clearly can't take the amount of filming I've been doing on it, so I am trying to sort out the situation, but for now I'm just filming this video very quickly on my laptop. I am going to try and insert some of the clips that I filmed on my phone into this, so it may keep jumping between now me and past me, and past me will probably get more and more frustrated as she goes along.
Otter and a stag together, Chris. Look at that. You get the reference. You better be happy and excited right now. Other people, I hope one day you will get the reference if you read the relevant books. So, January was a great month for me. I feel like I got off to the best start. I don't mean I read all of the books. I just mean that the quality of the books I read was, this has been the best month ever for finding new favourites. Rachel has named her Hattie, and I think that's a fantastic name, so we're going with Hattie. And no, I didn't read my TBR pick for this month. I never do.
But I'm just going to tell you quickly what I read in January and not really go into much about it. So, the first thing that I read in January, actually my mum is reading right now so I don't have it here to hold, but it was All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was an excellent start to the year. It is a World War II historical fiction flipping between France and Germany and always flipping between perspectives of this little blind French girl, Marie-Laure, and Werner, the German boy. And I would really recommend reading it. And you've probably heard all about it on BookTube since it was one of the BookTube everyone is buying it books. So, but then I read We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves by Karen Joy Fowler. I gave this book 3 stars. I can't really tell you too much about this book without spoiling it. It's about a very broken family and from the perspective of a girl whose sister mysteriously goes missing one year, and it's about her brother, and it's just trying to work out what it was that happened. It has an interesting way of telling the story because it starts in the middle. Did have some issues with it that I can't really talk about without spoiling anything. It was mainly the writing style as well that wasn't as good for me, but on the whole, I do think this is a book that a lot of people love. I read The Lord of the Rings throughout the course of the month. Obviously, I gave this 5 stars. This is fantastic. I'm so glad that I read it. It's a good start to my fantasy journey, you know. Where can I go from here now? That is to be decided. I split this book up. I read The Fellowship of the Ring, took a break, read The Two Towers, took a break. So the next books I've got to show you weren't necessarily read after this, but this. I did do a talk on this, which I will link here, maybe, or below. If it's missing this month as well, I wrote a review on this. This is about a lady who suffers from dementia. She forgets everything, but she is really sure that her friend Elizabeth has gone missing and no one is listening to her and no one's believing her, so she takes it upon herself to make people believe her and to find Elizabeth. It is also, alongside, is a story from when she was younger and her sister went missing, so it's a mystery like that, and it was very enjoyable. And the other book I read this month, which I've had to refilm about 3 times and it just never seemed to work for me, was The Blazing World by Siri Husbert. This book has very quickly become one of my favourite books, so clearly 5 stars. First, let's just look at how beautiful that is. And the webcam does it no justice, but I assure you this is a beautiful spine. But this book is about Harriet Burden, who lacks attention in the New York art world. She had an art critic for a husband, and since he died, she's always been referred to as Felix's widow. She's never been taken seriously on her own, especially her art. So she sets up 3 solo exhibits under the names of these different men, and because these are new men in the art world, people take them really seriously and are like, there's this fantastic new artist on the scene, you must see him, you must see his work. And they don't know that it's secretly Harriet who's made all of that artwork. So as you can probably tell, it's a big social commentary on prejudice and sexism in the art world, but you can also tell that obviously pretending, not getting the credit for your own work and giving it to someone else so you can prove a point also has a lot of problems. And there is this third artist, Rune, who it was definitely a mistake to use him. What is especially interesting about this book is that it is written like a journal collected after her death. So there is this man who has edited the journal. He's collected together different interviews, notebooks, witness statements, and it's all collected together to tell the story as it goes along, but through those different media, which is amazing. And Siri Husfer is incredible to put something like that together, and I am just in awe of this book. I love it so much. I don't know much about art, but you don't need to read this book, and get so much out of it. So yes.
So the other thing this month is that I listened to How to Become a Martian Overlord by Catherine M. Valente. This is a short story on the Lightspeed podcast. The Lightspeed podcasts are really great for like short science fiction and fantasy stories, so yeah. And that was really great, really funny.
I don't know if I inserted any clips or not, but I'll insert this clip of me choosing my TBR pick.
So, let's do the TBR pick for this month. And Hattie says that, And Hattie says that I have to read Shadows Return. Hattie, I've already read that. And Hattie says that I have to read Rome the Emperor's Spy. Hattie, I'm going to be reading that. And Hattie says that I have to read Servants. Ooh, that's non-fiction. Hattie means Servants, a downstairs view on 20th century Britain by Lucy Lethbridge. I went to the author's talk about this book, so it's assigned to me. That was a really nice day, actually. She's a really lovely author. So yes, I'm very happy to be reading this book soon.
So thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with me. I hope that you can hear this. I don't even know if my mic is working. I very much hope my mic is working. Okay, bye!
3 times now. My phone is seriously messing up, and the second time was really good. Oh, I'm annoyed. So, quickly, the last book I read this month was The Blazing World by Siri Husfer. Take a moment of calm, Victoria. I don't know what my phone is doing, but it's seriously messing up right now and cutting off and buzzing and not filming. So, the last book I read this month was The Blazing World by Siri Husfer. I'm still clearly too annoyed to do it. One of my favourite books ever, and that's quite a hard thing to compete with. It was a hard thing to compete this month with The Lord of the Rings and All the Light We Cannot See, but yes, The Blazing World is really absolutely fantastic and amazing. What is The Blazing World about, Victoria? Well, oh no, the phone is ringing now.